Voila, we have success. Let me go put this on. Good morning, everybody. Go put this on my wall and tell everybody go to um, my fan page to watch me because my profile page didn't want to cooperate today. Come on. And if you're on live, hopefully we have some people on. If we're not, good. Just say hello, comment below where you're coming in from, and like the stream. These things happen. And you got to react quickly. So, alright. So, let us begin. Hold on, what's that? Okay. Okay, so, because we're going to get this message out today. We're not going to allow Facebook to punk us today. So, if you know me, Diana from workwithdiana.com, and I will share this on my regular profile so that it's on there later after we're done. And I typically share the post out to some other areas so that it can be seen, but I'll do that afterwards. And I want to get into today's topic. Again, this is for early riser entrepreneurs. So if do not have a home-based business, do not a network marketing, direct sales, brick and mortar, what have you, whatever, then this message is not for you. Or it could be, if you're trying to improve yourself. And what I do, I currently create my own products. Inbox me if you want to know what those are. And I also help folks in home-based business with tech issues. When I say tech issues, like how do you do this on Facebook? How do you do this on Instagram? How do I set this up, kind of thing? Because I'm tech savvy, some people are not, but want to use certain tools and are not able to. So my goal is to get you started and not be paralyzed because of some technical issue. And because I find tools that work for me, they could potentially work for you. If I get results from it, it could work for you. You can use it at least. And that also helps. So today's topic is stop doing this, and I put a blank there, in your business and move on. Now, if you can think about what that is, it could be any number of things. But if you have a guess, definitely comment, and I'll give you 3 seconds to comment below. If you have anybody live, I'm looking on here, and I will not let that distract me. So I'll just move on. If you have a guest, definitely comment below. If you're looking at this on the replay, thank you for joining. And then you can move forward a little bit, a few minutes where I was setting up our live here. But definitely comment, because I look at these afterwards and I do see who came on, who provided feedback, who had questions, hopefully. So we would just continue on. So what is the thing that you want to stop doing in your business and move on? You want to stop comparing yourself to other people in your industry, in your niche. Yeah, it's Wednesday, so we're gonna try to get through this, but trust me, this is gonna help you move forward for the rest of the week. Today, definitely. When you do this, what does this do? When you compare yourself, and I mean compare yourself to the point of jealousy, what does this do? It robs you of your joy. It robs you of your drive. It robs you of your momentum, because you could have started a home-based business, a business period, and you're all gung ho about doing it, and for whatever reason, you happen to be looking online, or you see somebody in the industry, and you're like, well, damn, they're making 7 figures, they're making this amount of money, and they're doing the same thing that I'm doing. And here I am just starting. That couldn't stop you. It paralyzes you to the point that you do not want to do anything. And these are all, if I'm saying anything here that's is touching you, it's because it's already happened to me. I've already done this. I've already lived this. And you ultimately give up and throw in a towel. Now, if you're starting a business because you want time freedom, you want to be with your family, you have an idea that you want to put out there that you know no one else is, or you think no one else is doing, and you get distracted by somebody else and to the point of jealousy and envy and then stop, then you're already a quitter. You've quit. That's not good because you put time, you put money, time that you can't get back, and because you stop, you thwart yourself from going forward and potentially doing something great. So how can you combat these things? You want to stay in your lane and do not let anything distract you. It's easier said than done, yes, because we have so many things coming at us at once. But in terms of you comparing yourself to someone else, if you have an accountability partner that can keep you straight, that's great. That'll help you. If you have one mentor that can keep you straight, whether it's, they're working personally with you or they're someone that's virtual, and that's the only person you follow, not 10 million people, then that's great. Or if you don't have a mentor, you just do what you know you need to do, then that's what you have to do. Have a healthy admiration for others that make you want to become better. And so this is the opposite of you having comparison complex and then being jealous and envious. Have a healthy admiration for others. So who do I admire? In my niche, there's a young lady named Anne Marie, and she's one of the top suppliers of the product that I make, but she also makes the product too. And I've been watching her for years do her thing. I know her story. I haven't met her, but I know her online and buy her products. Something like that. You looking from the outside in, you could be jealous of that person, but you don't know their story. You don't know what they've gone through. And even if you know their story and you still feel that way, you don't have a healthy admiration for that person. I have a healthy admiration for her because her story is phenomenal for what she does. In our niche, it's really hard to excel because of the type of products that we make. But she's done it. And done it in different facets, whether it's a product, whether it's talking about business, whether it's talking about life, whether it's talking about health, she's done it. So, and I've, again, known her for as long as I've been doing what I'm doing. I've known her for that. So that's a healthy admiration. If you look up to, let's say, Oprah, you don't want to be jealous of her. I mean, she makes billions of dollars. If you want to be in that arena, then have a healthy admiration for what she does. Do the thing that she does. Not to the point where you are her, but at least follow her pattern of what she does and keep what you see about her that's great in your forefront. Not be jealous of what she does. Pause. I use that word a lot. Pause when you have that thought or feeling arising, and the thought or feeling is you're about to compare yourself to someone, you're about to be jealous, you're about to be envious of someone, and know that the jealousy that you have for them is that for that person that you're looking at is you looking at the potential that you could have, but that you have not put any action to. Yeah, that's saying a lot. Let me say that again. Pause when you have that thought or feeling come to you, because the jealousy that you have for that person is you looking at yourself and the potential that you could have, but that you did not act upon. So once you feel like you see somebody and they're doing great, and then you start to get that disdain in your heart, it's because you see this, you can do that. If you say I can do that, if you go on and you say I can do that, if they can do that, I can do that too. That's healthy. Saying, oh, look at what they did. You're actually disliking where you stand and seeing the potential where you could be, but you know in your heart of hearts you haven't acted upon it and done anything about it. So that's definitely something to ponder. That's harsh. And the only reason why I can talk about this topic um, to you is because I've walked it. I'm human. I always have to change that about myself before I'm about to say, say something negative like, who do they think they are? They got all this, blah, blah. I've walked it. So I've done it. So I could definitely empathize and know someone else being in business and then lifting up their head and seeing somebody else doing better or what you believe to be better, but not knowing the whole story. So that's it for today. Definitely want you to ponder that. If you have any questions, if you have a comment, you have a cry of outrage, definitely put it down below and let me know. Have you ever, and you can't say you never had that happen because, hell, people diet. And what do? They go to magazines and they look at people and say, I want to be that person. Or look at her. And you do make comparisons. We do it every day. We do it every single day. So you can't say you don't do it. But if you have done it, and you've corrected yourself, how did you do that? So I definitely want to hear from you guys down below in the comments what you thought about the stream. If you have any questions, let me know. And for my business people, it's time to set yourself apart from other people in your business. It's definitely time because there's so many, like I said, there's so many of us doing all the same thing. You have to find a way to set yourself apart from other people. One of the ways to do that is to be able to offer people or invite people to learn more about you, to learn more about your products. If you don't have a way to do that through setting up some type of lead magnet or some type of capture page to put out there to entice people to, one, get a lead, then learn about you, and then also get sales from that, you definitely want to let me know if you want to go to this webinar that's happening tonight at 9 p.m. where you will learn how to set yourself apart by setting up an offer through a capture page. And it's not hard. It's not techy. It takes 7 minutes. And that's easier than you scrolling through Facebook for an hour. And the time you take to do that, you could have several of those out there and attract people to you, as opposed to looking at somebody else and saying, oh, I wish I could do what that person does. This is a time to actually do that. And my friend Keisha Bass will be hosting this webinar tonight at 9 p.m. So if you're interested, definitely go to workwithdiana.com/free webinar and sign up for that webinar. I will be there tonight as well, and I will leave a banner in the comments below so that you can have so you let me know that you just click like on the banner so that I know it can send you access. If you don't already, go ahead and sign up at workwithdiana.com/free webinar. And as always, sign up for our newsletter where you can go and get more tools like this at workwithdiana.com/newsletter. And I will see you all tomorrow.